Christian, are you serious right now?
So man, in
Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, when I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have your cameras all back here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You actually go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right now?
Sha'Carri Richardson didn't just get suspended, she got wiped clean off Team USA like she never even existed. One cold email, no call, no sympathy, no second chance, just, you're done. And the reason? A leaked, uncut video showing the wild scene with her boyfriend at the airport. The very clip that officials are calling the final straw, now the whole internet is buzzing. Who's telling the truth here, Sha'Carri or her man, Christian?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if, like, she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have, like, things that she need to work on for herself, of course. So do I, so do you, like, everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just, like, extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if, like, I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at, like, situations like this to just, like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And, like,
The drama exploded after reports surfaced that Sha'Carri was arrested for allegedly putting her hands on Christian while they were rushing through Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. She probably figured the headlines would fade away, that the media storm would die down. But nope, this turned into the nightmare of her career. Instead of a slap on the wrist, Sha'Carri just got hit with a career-ending blow. Word came through her agent, who coldly forwarded her the email from USATF. The message was crystal clear. She's being placed on an indefinite leave, and in track and field language, that's basically the same as being fired. Athletes don't come back from that kind of exile with their careers intact. But here's the part that really crushed her. It wasn't just the decision, it was the icy tone of that email. No compassion, no sugarcoating, no chance to explain. Just straight corporate talk. You are hereby placed on leave, effective immediately. That's the moment it hit Sha'Carri. Her entire world had just been flipped upside down. This wasn't just the league telling Sha'Carri Richardson to chill at home until the noise died down. This was them saying, "We're done with you." They made it crystal clear. The airport arrest was the last straw, and they were cutting her loose for good. But here's the twist. This wasn't her first run-in with drama, not by a long shot. Sha'Carri's track record has been rocky for years, and honestly, looking back, some say it was only a matter of time before she got booted permanently. Remember 2020? She was supposed to shine in the Tokyo Olympics until she got suspended after testing positive for THC metabolites, which meant cannabis use. One email from the U.S. anti-doping agency later, and suddenly she was forced into a counseling program and slapped with a 1-month suspension that knocked her out of the Olympic 100 meters. But it didn't stop there. She was also yanked from the women's 4x100 relay. Fans went crazy, calling the punishment unfair, especially since cannabis is legal in so many places and nowhere near as serious as other substances. Still, the league wasn't budging. They said her actions showed deeper issues, bigger than just weed. Behind the scenes, whispers were already circling. Teammates complained about her attitude in training, coaches accused her of disrespecting authority, and insiders claimed she was hard to manage. That's not just a slip-up here and there, that's a pattern, and that might explain why, in this latest scandal, not one of her women's relay teammates has spoken up to defend her. The silence says it all. Not a single statement. No tweet, no IG story, just silence. And sometimes silence speaks louder than words, especially when your own team won't back you up. But the real question is, why hasn't anyone ever truly exposed Sha'Carri before now? How did she manage to keep everybody quiet and even get folks to cover for her? That's where this story takes a strange turn.
Yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We were supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can show my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that.
Her airport arrest was only the spark. What came after made the whole situation look even messier. Just days later, her boyfriend Christian Coleman suddenly popped up defending her, saying she didn't even need to be arrested. Now let's be real, the whole reason she got arrested in the first place was because witnesses saw her putting hands on him in public. So when the same boyfriend shows up days later claiming she's innocent, that had red flags waving everywhere. In the leaked video, Christian keeps insisting Sha'Carri wasn't really at fault, that it was just a bad situation they got caught up in. But people weren't buying it. His nervous body language told a different story. Fidgeting hands, shifty eyes, avoiding the camera. He looked uneasy, like someone being pushed to say exactly what he was saying. As soon as the clip hit Twitter, it blew up instantly. Fans started dissecting every second, pointing out just how shady the whole thing seemed. One user nailed it, writing, "This looks like a victim trying to justify their abuser's behavior. That should never be tolerated, period." Here's where the whole thing took a wild turn. At first, plenty of people were still defending Sha'Carri, even trying to flip the blame on Christian. But all that loyalty went straight out the window the second the next video dropped because it showed exactly what everyone was afraid of. The truth nobody wanted to say out loud. Let's rewind for a second. Sha'Carri originally downplayed the entire ordeal, acting like it was nothing but a heated lover's quarrel that spiraled a little too far. She made it sound like a harmless misunderstanding, and for a while, people bought it. But back then, the only footage floating around was a quick clip of her arrest. Once the police released the full 15-minute video of the incident, the whole story started to unravel. The extended footage painted a very different picture. From the jump, you could see Sha'Carri was fired up. She tried to keep it cool at first, smiling at the officers like nothing was wrong. But the second she realized she was actually about to be cuffed, her energy flipped instantly. She went from calm to explosive. You can literally see her snapping at Christian, calling him a coward, and pressuring him to back her up. She was caught telling him to tell police she hadn't done anything, doubling down like she was the victim. But then she pushed it even further, claiming that he hit her first and that he should be the one in handcuffs. And her reasoning? Because, quote, he's the man. Meanwhile, the evidence was already stacking against her, showing she was the one putting hands on him in public. Just days later, TMZ dropped the bombshell. CCTV footage of the airport fight hit the internet, and suddenly everything made sense. All that panic, all that defensiveness, it was written all over Sha'Carri's face because the video didn't lie. In the clip, clear as day, you see her shoving Christian, getting up in his space, putting her hands on him while he stood there doing nothing. Christian never even raised a finger. If anything, he looked like he was just trying to escape the situation, backing away while she kept charging forward. The more he tried to step back, the harder she came at him. That's when people realized this wasn't just a messy argument, this was aggression caught on tape. And that's what really blew the roof off. The video didn't just expose her as dishonest, it showed how calculated she could be. Because if that footage never surfaced, she would have gotten away with flipping the story and painting Christian as the aggressor. She had already tried it once during the arrest, throwing him under the bus to save herself. But now the receipts were out there for everyone to see. What followed? Nothing but silence. Sha'Carri had nothing to say. Her supporters, the ones who had been screaming her innocence, went dead quiet too. It was like everyone realized the truth was undeniable, and there was no way to spin it.
It's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment.
Finally, she broke the silence with an apology video. But instead of mending her image, it made everything worse. The clip went viral instantly, but not for the reasons she hoped. In it, she rambled about taking accountability and self-reflection, claiming she was looking for forgiveness. But fans couldn't get past how she said it. Defensive tone, fake tears, and more excuses than real remorse. The whole thing came off like damage control, not a real apology. Even her own boyfriend wasn't fully convinced. While Sha'Carri's words in the apology video were polished, her body language told a whole different story. Fans swore she looked like she was reading straight off a script from her PR team, smiling, casual, acting like it was just another IG Live story time, instead of addressing something as serious as a domestic dispute. The disconnect was impossible to ignore, and people online called it out instantly. But Sha'Carri didn't stop there. She doubled down by posting a sentimental IG story directly to Christian. In the post, she wrote, "I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship. He gave me a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. Due to my trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but to give it. I love him, and to him, I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions, honestly louder. To Christian, I love you, and I'm so sorry." On paper, it sounded heartfelt, but fans weren't buying it. To them, the whole thing felt way too clean, too rehearsed, almost like a PR stunt to calm the media storm. Instead of showing real remorse, it looked like Sha'Carri was just trying to control the narrative. And the backlash got brutal. One fan blasted her, saying she already had an attitude, got caught slipping, and now she's putting hands on a man in public. Time to pack her up. Another person went even further, tagging Sha'Carri's sponsors on social media and urging them to cut ties with her immediately. The message was clear. The public wasn't buying the act anymore, and patience was running out fast. I don't like her apology one bit. She's smiling way too much, and it just feels fake. That's what fans are blasting online, and now they're tagging her sponsors directly, Nike, Sprite, even Oat Paris, demanding they hold her accountable and cut ties. And the craziest part, the silence from those brands is loud. Sha'Carri used to be the golden girl of endorsements, stacking up big money deals left and right. But now, insiders are saying she's on the verge of losing every single one. Companies like Nike don't play about their image. They'll drop an athlete in a heartbeat if they think it tarnishes their clean and family-friendly look. And this time, Sha'Carri might have crossed the line for good. Behind the scenes, it's chaos. Brand reps blowing up her phone, lawyers getting pulled in, and contracts being shelved before the ink even dries. Sha'Carri is watching everything she built slip straight through her fingers. And the woman who once sprinted through every controversy with her chin high, she's gone quiet. No posts, no statements, no fight left. If this suspension holds, it's not just Team USA she's losing, it's her career, her brand, and the empire she worked years to build. Sha'Carri Richardson isn't just off the track, she might be out of the race completely. So what do you think? Is this the end of the road for her, or will she find a way back? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Because trust me, the next chapter of this story is going to be even crazier. See you in the next one.